at ClickBank, we have like our bread and butter is VSLs, video
Yeah.
sales landers, and how many times like people like I've been with like an e-com affiliate who's wanting to start doing this because they hear like, oh my gosh, I heard from a buddy that there's so much money in these VSLs, and but like I saw one, how do these convert? Like what? Why? Like I'm losing so like I can't. So many people are bouncing from them. And you're like, but the people who watch them are in because it tells a story.
Yeah.
Like that's why it's working so well. Is like it's that storytelling that I do, and it's like that leaning into a story
Yeah.
that I think other parts of the affiliate industry like they miss out on. Where you're like you went from influencers chucking it to the lander really quick, and it's like but like there wasn't even a bit of a story. And if you see like a good influencer, even if you're going to do influencer marketing, influencer running an ecom product, the ones that build a story around it,
Yeah.
holy cow, like
Yeah.
like it takes off, and and like and because now you're able to build quote unquote like
Context.
your
Yeah.
headline,
Yeah.
your context, your hook is set because
Yeah.
you're like they're like me, I was like that.
A
I
hundred
need like,
percent.
and then it takes. So
Yeah. It's funny in the last interview I did with Joey from MaxWeb,
yeah.
we spoke about these long VSLs as well because part of my job was to basically watch it and write down everything that happens in there because I wanted to understand it, so I can
Yeah.
also in turn create a pre-lender for that and ads and know what it's about basically.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and everyone's or not everyone, but a lot of people wonder why they work like are people really watching them, how can they, but to those I would like to ask them, like we who are affiliates now or marketers, have you ever watched a webinar? Have you ever been to such a thing, you
Yeah.
too watched a VSL for 1 or 2 hours, but it was on
Oh
a
yeah.
topic but it was on a topic you were interested in. That's why you sat down for 2 hours and watched.
Oh yeah. Like for example, like for the geeks out there, like Nintendo does them. Like they have their Nintendo like what's coming out, and they build up. "Hey, here's
Yeah.
what the Switch is going. New Switch 2 is going to be.
Yeah.
Here's like we saw the Apple. That's a video sales. Like we're like we saw a problem. Nobody was, and like
You
nobody
didn't.
thought about fixing it. Of course, everyone thought about fixing it, and there are solutions out there. But still, they're selling you on like like what was the pain point? Here's this set. Like setting what hurts, and then they're going to be like, we found this unique special way of using X, Y, and Z, which is all their marketing lingo, that gets you like, oh my gosh, that's super special. Here's the hook. Now you're like, but what does it do? How do I get from, and then they're like, let me show you how you get from point A to point B. And you're like, whoa, this
Yeah.
guy's like,
Yeah.
that's all it is. And that's a video sales lender. That's like how they're selling their next iPhone, their next computer, their next M5 chip of being like, whatever, it's 10% faster. It's like, of course it would be. It's a year later. But the all those things are setting those expectations, or we seek out our own version of a VSL. If I find a product and I'm like, is that any good? And so you're like, I don't know. I'm gonna search Reddit about this product.
Yeah.
And so now I just searched out my testimonials. And then you're like, oh, but what does it look like when people are using it? Okay, well, I'm searching videos of like how people are using it. Is there a use case that is similar to what I want this product for? Like people build out their own quote unquote VSLs when they purchase a product. I just don't think they realize like that's part of it. That's like how much that is a part of it.
Like this buyer journey, the entire
Yes, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. How
Wow,
much that
epic.
buyer journey is. Yeah.
Yeah.